Hey everybody, you know me. It's Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning. Hope everyone's well. You could see this is ink from a marker, I think. I'm going to try and situate this little tripod I got. I didn't bring the big one with me, but I was called out to evaluate this unit as well as clean like 6 other units today, so I've been real busy, but this one they were going to replace the carpets in, and I told them let me go ahead and try what I can do and we'll evaluate it, and there's no charge for this portion basically. And all I'm doing is putting down a little bit of ammonia with a tiny bit of simple green in there and a touch of isopropyl alcohol. Now, typically in removing ink, I would use Windex. And the reason I use Windex, it's not for the ammonia in it. It's basically Windex has a wetting agent in it, and the wetting agent breaks down ink real good. I have a previous video that a maid service got a ink pen caught in the vacuum and it made a huge streak across the floor. You can go back and find that. I removed it, all of it, with just Windex. But this one, I wanted to really give it the once over because I've got a lot of work to do today, so I figured let me do my evaluation and report back. And so far, the ink seems to be pretty well embedded in this fiber and possibly soaked down into it's got like a rubber backing on this commercial type carpet. We'll blast it one more time. And like I said, this is the downstairs room. This is a townhouse. It has one bedroom downstairs, which is this one, a set of stairs going down to a basement laundry room, and a set of stairs going up to a loft, which is the bedroom with a bathroom master closet. And the reason I'm using a Zinger pad is because when I got here, I didn't know that they had this one they wanted me to evaluate, and I only happen to have 2 white washcloths available on my truck. So if I can't get these spots to remove, there's that set of stairs that go down. We'll go upstairs and take a look at what's going on up here with the red Kool-Aid stains and some green crap. So anyway, what I'm saying is if I can't get it to lift with just a regular dose of ammonia or the few things that I'm trying on it, then, and I know this type of stuff, you would have to get out through a heat transfer, which is using an iron with steam and a white cloth over the top to transfer the color into the cloth. And you may have seen me in the past videos I have a 1900 watt. It's a clothing iron, but it's an upgraded one I got on Amazon. It does fantastic. But I thought if I can't get it out with a regular cleaning and they just want to replace it, then that's fine. I'll let them know. I think they're not happy with this particular style carpet anyway, so they're looking in the new year maybe replacing. But this unit's only been rented to one person, and so they would like to get another rental out of it at least. And carpet like this usually about $400 a room. So you'd be looking at about $800, maybe $1,000 to replace the carpeting, and then if you change the stairs, it'd be even more. But anyway, I thought if I can't get it out with just a regular dose of what I normally can get things out with, then I'm gonna need those 2 cotton white washcloths that I have on my truck to do a heat transfer steam if they decide to go with that. And I'll definitely show the maintenance manager, he's here today, the pictures, and if he wants to see the video of me trying to remove it, I'll show him that. This one here, I don't know exactly what that is, maybe slime, or I'm not sure. Almost looks like a melted bottle cap or something. And they did give me the go-ahead on this to get pretty aggressive with it if I needed to. I told them I may take my pocket knife and gently go over the surface. I should have my razor blade kit with me, but I didn't have it in the truck. I don't spend a lot of time on stuff like this, but this one they asked me to. And I did let them know that if I do a heat transfer, there's no guarantee, but it takes time. I got to get down on my hands and knees. Could take 30 minutes to an hour sometimes on each spot. So I told them that it would run them about $25 per spot, which normally I would say $50. But this is one of my good accounts, so I said, if I'm going to heat transfer it, it's going to be $25 per spot. And you've got the 2 red stains up here plus the green goop. I'll show you the other red stain up here by the bathroom door. So there's 3 spots up here, and then there's 3 ink spots downstairs, which same thing. If I have to heat transfer, then they'll have to pay for the service. But still, $75 per room on heat transfers, $150 versus $1,000 to replace the carpets. We'll see what they want to do. And again, I'm having trouble with this little tripod. It tilts only one particular direction, so it's kind of like you have to turn the camera around, or you have to get behind it and make sure you got a view. And I didn't want to take the time to cut it and edit it. My phone doesn't have a pause button either. I know people say, why don't you hit pause and then hit enter, play again when you're situated, but sorry about that. We'll get better over time. Plus, I'm going to eventually get a new phone. I'm still using the iPhone 8 Plus S, I think it is. You can see I don't want to really cut into the carpet, but I'm gonna have to see what this stuff is, and it's definitely like a plastic. And the good thing is, if I do damage it, I can always, they have extra carpet, I can always do a small cut and plug with either with my hot glue gun, which probably would be all I would need to do is glue a piece down, but it's, thought I cut my finger there. Yeah, I know it looks brutal, but I'm actually being very careful. I'm in between the grooves, so I'm not stabbing the carpet. I'm gently picking it between the little valleys there. And it's actually coming out. I definitely think a heat transfer, melting it a little bit, would be beneficial. So we'll see See how far I get on this. You always want to be really careful, especially if you're brand new. I wouldn't recommend using a knife. And the only reason that I'm doing it is because, I know what to do if I screw it up. I have the skills to fix it, so no panic there. You could see, though, about, a good 80 to 90% of it has been removed. And again, on this type of stuff, you can only do so many hot presses with the iron, which actually what I do is I just spray down the red stain, or in this case, this one, I'll spray it down with straight clear ammonia, soak it, put a white washcloth on it, put the steaming iron on high cotton steam, and don't press, but just lay it on there and count to about 30, maybe 40 seconds, and then lift the iron off and the towel. You should see the color of whatever you're heat transfer from the carpet to the cloth. And then if you have to repeat, you just want to use a clean part of the towel or a new one. Normally I have about 10 to 15 white luxury washcloths on my van, but for some reason I didn't this time. You can see it's almost gone there. I'll pick up all these little pieces so they don't reattach to the fibers, and then work on it a little more. But you could see even this, you're looking at a good 15 minutes playing around down on your hands and knees with something like this. This is not included in carpet cleaning, and for those new carpet cleaners, you don't want to take on a job and underestimate yourself when it comes to stuff like this, because it all takes time, and you're also putting yourself at risk. If I burn the carpet with the iron, I gotta fix it. If I rip the carpet here with my knife, I gotta fix it. So it all goes into, it's all factored into pricing this kind of stuff separately from a clean. A carpet cleaning should really just be at the most pre-vacuuming. Sometimes the customer does that for you, pre-spraying it, treating it with a special pre-spray solution, and extracting. You can do a little bit of spotting, like what I did with just the ammonia and the isopropyl alcohol and the simple green in the bottle on the stains, trying to get it out. That's a normal spotter. That's normal spotting. You want to spray it. You don't want to get down on your hands and knees and pick at it like this. That's something different. That's more of a repair or a light restoration. So I would say keep that in mind. And if you can't get it out with simple spotting and your regular cleaning, that's as far as you should go. This is the other red, I guess it's Kool-Aid. Artificial flavoring will do that. If it was like wine or juice or something organic, I could get it out. The ammonia would have probably just got it out by itself. So anyway, here's the pictures. It didn't come out there. I'm going to take these to the maintenance manager. And here I'm going to go out to my truck and I'm going to try to fix that a little bit better. But that's the second red stain, did not come out. And the ink, it just keeps coming up from underneath. I did spray it with Windex and everything, and isopropyl alcohol, ammonia, goof off, you name it. Okay, so there's my 1900 watt steam iron. There's the red stain. And I have a steam button. You don't have to have that, but it puffs out the steam when you push the button. I'm trying to get my hand around it. There you go. So it does put out a lot of steam. And you want to put the solution down. And this actually is just clear ammonia. I'm not using the simple green mixture or any of that. I'm just putting clear ammonia. It's cheap. You can get it for, I think, $8.99 at Walmart or $1.18 for 64 ounces. I always keep some on the truck. You want to be careful with it. It's not really a zero health item, but it does dry inert. And it's something that's been around forever. So it's not going to kill you, at least not in the short term. But it's definitely needed for a heat transfer, that or Windex. And you just put the iron on there, you could see it coming through, bleeding through the cloth. And you could see the first transfer, a couple more of those and I'll get it 100% out, I'm sure. The bad news is I only have 2 cloths, so I have to move this thing around. Otherwise, I'll have to call my wife. Here we go. I got a lot more of it. Heat transferred out. You can see it's almost gone. It's lightening up very, very good. Right there. Almost gone. This one, same thing. It really disappeared. It's darker in those areas, obviously, because I'm soaking it with the ammonia. But I'm sure to blot it all out before I clean it. And the little green dot, I think I fixed it with my knife, and you can see that's all gone. I'll show you the transfers. You can see some of the green on the corner, some of the red, and ideally I would have had more rags with me. I'm going to make sure I load my truck with them because I had to strategically move this around, and you can see it's also picking up dirt. But you can see all the green, all the pink coming out. Here's the 1900 watt household steam iron. It has a self-winding cord and everything. Love this thing. Okay. These are, I keep a little zip bag in my glove box, and it has different assorted fabric markers, and it has this furniture repair kit that has there's 3 stain markers, and there's, I think, 3 crayons. You can buy a box of Crayola crayons and keep them in your truck. But on the blue ink, I actually did the heat transfer. I don't show it here, but I got it, 99% out. And then I took a olive green marker, not that blue one, and the beige Crayola, not this dark one. It's not a Crayola, it's a furniture gap filler, but that's the one I used. So I got the olive green, just kind of dotted it real carefully with the marker to get the blue gone, the little bit of blue that was left. And then I took also that one, a little bit of beige there, put it on my finger and smudged it over the blue. And I mean gone. You would have to know it was there or look very hard to find it. And what I'm doing, I just wanted to show you those markers. What I'm doing here is I'm using 50%, about 4 ounces or 5 ounces of ClO2 and 5 ounces of water mixed in here. I think it is maybe 4 ounces. It doesn't. What I'm doing is I took the black light and I lost the clip to it, but the last 4 or 5 stairs on the staircase just covered with cat pee. I had to vacuum this place up. I'm going to show that the vacuuming video in another video, as well as maybe a couple of the other locations that I cleaned here today. But I wanted to get this heat transfer video up and show you how amazing that is. And so I did tell them the regular mild deodorizer, which is the lemon scent in my Green Dragon, was not strong enough to kill as much cat urine, and you could see the cat sprayed backwards all over it. But shortly after, I saturated it with this odor death chlorine dioxide, ClO2, from the ncapstore.com. It neutralized the smell. It was amazing. The other worker that was doing the painting, he came to one of the other locations that I was working at and told me he had walked into this unit and he could not believe that, the smell was gone. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I'm sorry I didn't go back through and show everything, but I'm going to post the actual cleaning video in another video, and you'll see the end results where the blue ink's all gone, red ink's all gone. And it took me a lot of time, but I made the money for it. They didn't have to replace the carpet. And the odor's gone in this unit. So there you go. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And I will see you in the next episode.